It's a very nice session. Please spare some time and understand. I back the last 2013 to 2019. Now we have made a presentation over here. One more thing which comes out is, if I have to rate a department in Andhra Pradesh, I will say Animal Husbandry Department is the most efficient department. System behaves, system reacts in a very positive way, and things happen. So with that in mind, we have started working. One more background I would like to give. I started an organization with Mr. Chandrababu Naidu around 6 years ago. It's called Global Forum for Sustainable Transformation, GFST. So we worked together for last 5-6 years. He was not the chief minister. So now when he has become the chief minister, I decided not to come to Vijayawada and take the advisory post. We have continued our GFST from Hyderabad, but we have created a growth lab. A lab by use of artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT devices, and a 45 days strategy with the department, and convert it into a 5-year action plan with a live information, real-time dashboard, and everything is worked out. And this is like now when we have done one workshop with lab with Andhra government in Animal Husbandry Department. Second one is also coming, and it is not on any payment by the department. 1 or 2 sponsors are found and who pay for it. And this offer will be available to all the states, all animal husbandry departments in the country. It's a very simple model. We work on Zoom conference, we create groups, we get the primary data. First we get the secondary data, then we get the primary data, and we work out. So मैं बहुत simple तरीके से I'll try to explain to you. Hello? Is this on? Yes, working. I'll try to explain to you. There are 3 parts to discussion here. We are calling it next era of governance. Imagine if we have supercomputers, we have artificial intelligence, we have got real-time data. Are we going to work the way we were working earlier, or are we going to work in a new way? We have developed that new way and we call it next era of governance. We are going to explain the case study of Andhra Pradesh, where Mr. Naidu said, I want so much of growth. I'll give one more example. When I became Chief Secretary, Mr. Naidu said, I want double-digit growth for Andhra Pradesh for all years in a row. Everyone said, don't take the risk because it is not possible, because no state has done double-digit growth in a row for 4-5 years, and we achieved it. Uska example simply ye hai that when we do double-digit growth, we did it and our economy doubled up in 4.5 years. Country's economy doubles up in 8 years and our economy doubled up in 4.5 years. How it happened, 1 or 2 examples will come here. So this becomes the second part. Now we are saying that if this group starts working, when will country achieve $1 trillion economy in animal husbandry and dairy, whether it will be 2036 or 2037 or 2038. Government of India and Delhi will lead it, but every state will have to do. I'll explain that. I have a very small team, but a very strong team on data analysis, on artificial intelligence, on everything. I have people with me, and most of the people work pro bono. They don't charge. I also don't charge anything from the organization, and we work that way. Okay, next slide. My discussion here is going to be, how do we do 1 trillion economy for the country? When we did the lab for Andhra Pradesh in last year May, we have targeted 20% growth in livestock sector. How we are going to do next lab, where all of you are invited to participate, and we have collected 100% data of the farmers in 30 days time. 30. In another 15 days it is analyzed. And findings are here. Now these findings will become AI based, on the basis of which farmer has got money, which farmer is in what need. The structure and the system will be worked out together on that. That will be a 45 days lab which we do and which we can do for every state. Then we are asking if you want interested in your state strategy. हम एक form circulate कर रहे हैं. The directors, around 8 to 9 directors are here. So if you are interested in our working with you, we can guide you. We can work out along with you, and there will be no cost from your side. So keep that in mind. Okay. Next one. 20th survey, 21st survey, which the department has done it. We had 1.3 lakh crore families covered and 42 lakh families were in livestock. In the final survey, last survey, 1.5 crore families covered and number has come down to 25 lakh. But turnover has gone up. GSDP has gone up from 92 lakhs to 1,55,000 crore. This is relevant for all of you because the theory of structural change. The theory of structural change says we have extra 30 to 40% population in rural area which is underutilized, which is not earning money, and they cannot survive on rural economy. So somewhere they have to shift to manufacturing, low skill manufacturing. From there they will go to other activities. Their children will study and they will not do agriculture, but turnover will keep on increasing, but percentage of this turnover to total GSDP will be low. It will start coming down. So it's quite possible that the total economy of Andhra on livestock will stop at around 8 to 9 lakh crores in next 10 years. It will not grow any further from there. So please note one point. 42 lakh farmers थे in 2019 survey. Number has come down to 25 lakh in 24 survey. But the survey which the department has now done along with us, there are only 20 lakh farmers. And for your information, here we have 11,000 enumerators available in the field today. And this is referred to the chiefs sitting here. If there are 20 lakh farmers and 11,000 enumerators and enumeration on a telephone, each enumerator gets 240 cases to be enumerated. So should it be 5 years? Should it be whenever some requirement is there, quickly we find out and then work out a strategy on that? So the department in Andhra Pradesh works on that mode. Very progressive departments can work on that mode because per enumerator I have only about 200 families. So can I work out a strategy for each of the 200 family members? Like now, if I give an example, our survey shows only 2% of the farmers have got credit from banks. There is one person from RBI sitting here. I saw the list. So 2% farmers have got only 2% from credit from in the most progressive state in India. Out of 5 lakh people who have applied for Kisan credit card, out of 20 lakh, only 50,000 have got Kisan credit card. So artificial intelligence based information will be disaggregated, action plan will be prepared, quick survey will be done and it will be put up into the credit committee meeting of the chief minister. If the system has to grow, facilitation has to be done. So a data-driven decision support system, when each of your enumerator has only about 220 to 30 families to be covered who are in livestock. And information, if you see our format which we have drafted for Maharashtra now, we are going to Maharashtra. It's one-page format, nothing more than that. In India we are famous, sorry for statistical information, we normally collect too much of information, we have data hunger and we use only 5% of that. So can we change it instead of saying, okay, we are going to do it regularly? So whatever national level survey says is showing a trend, is showing a very scientific method of going about it. When action plan has to be prepared, can a state government do something about it? Can you work out with the people? Suppose I say there is an aspirational block, there is an aspirational district in my area and I want to work out. Let me not do a survey for whole of the state, can I do only for that aspirational block? And then make a strategy around that and then implement that as a project. Maharashtra, actually after Andhra now Maharashtra is asking us to work on it, and they are using their World Bank money. So with that World Bank money, they would like to see the growth comes out. I come to the next slide. Out of this again, in this total survey, 7 lakh women are Lakpati Didis who are in livestock, and 3 lakh women who are not Lakpati Didis in livestock. I started the SHG movement of India, starting with Andhra Pradesh, and now we have 1 crore 20 lakh women who are self-help group members in Andhra Pradesh. Out of them, 74 lakh have become Lakpati Didis already. So we are almost moving in the next 5 years, 6 years, extreme poverty becoming zero in the country. Extreme poverty. There are 12 parameters on which it is working out. So this again is an important number. Now these numbers will help us in doing decision making at the state level. That's what we are saying, and we are willing to provide you free services for it. You don't have to travel to our office. We don't have to travel to your office. Zoom call is there, twice a week Zoom call, make groups. I'll explain that methodology also. Next one. Next. This is how animal husbandry in the country is operating. Darkest green is the best, and this color is the worst, which needs more improvement. It also means that there is more backwardness and lack of accessibility in these areas, and we can do something about them. So I have a proposal here that for Northeast, all the sisters, we can work out a strategy for you. Prime Minister is very much interested. Almost 40 meetings have been conducted. So friends from Northeast, if you are interested, we can work out based at Assam, and we can develop your strategy. It is possible. Next slide is very important. This is Andhra and Maharashtra in livestock. This is Andhra and Gujarat in aquaculture. This is country in livestock. Okay. If I see here, I started my work as Chief Secretary here. Maharashtra and Andhra were almost the same in livestock. Okay, somebody from Maharashtra, 35,000 crores, 35,000 crores. In 5 years, Andhra became 92,000 crores and Maharashtra was at 60,000 crores. Attention please. I've traveled only to guide you on this. Andhra, Maharashtra were 35,000 crore. Andhra became 92,000 crore and Maharashtra was 62,000 crore. Andhra has become 1,55,000 crore, Maharashtra is 1 lakh crore. And now Andhra through lab is targeting 3,50,000 crore in livestock with half the number of farmers. Proper targeted name-wise, number-wise in every possible way. That's the purpose. You people represent the most sincere department in the country. Educated, known to each other. Dr. Raju is here with me, Dr. Naidu is our director here. So all people are here. We can work out something, and for your information, livestock either is a poverty eradication strategy or a very high enterprise development strategy. I'll explain how we have done that also. Now I come to aquaculture. Aquaculture in Andhra Pradesh is creating 10,000 crore-patis and 15 billionaires. 15 billionaires are coming out of aquaculture sector in Andhra Pradesh. Again, I read it from here. If we compare Gujarat and Andhra, 19,000 crore and 5,000 crore. 68,000 crore and 11,000 crore. I was here up to here, I was Chief Secretary, I was Agriculture Production Commissioner, I was Planning Secretary, all in one at that time. 68,000 crore and 11,000 crore. 1,12,000 crore and 16,000 crore. And now we are targeting 3,71,000 crore. Out of this, 10,000 farmers will be crorepati and 15 aggregators who aggregate and then export, they will be billionaires. They were at that time, they were around 100, 200 crore turnover. Now they have reached 3,000 to 4,000 crore turnover, each of them. So it is possible to have a look at a new methodology. That's why we call it next era of governance. Now we come to the country. Country today is $177 billion in livestock. $8 billion is the export. Government of India have fixed up a target of $50 billion by 2030 for agriculture and allied sectors. All of them taken together. This sector here is $8 billion. Okay. Now if we see growth here, if we remove 2-3 COVID years, it has doubled up in 7 years and it is 12.8% growth. 12.8% growth in the last 10 years, removing the COVID years. Now, if we want to be 1 trillion economy, we will be either by 2038 or 2037 or 2036 on different rates of growth. Rate of growth is here. If we grow by 14.8%, we will be 1 trillion economy in 2036. In 10 years, we have grown by 12.8%. So we have to increase it by 2%. How? Again, I'll explain that also. So hope we have understood this particular point. This excites how many of you, how many directors enjoy this kind of a thing and would like to do something like this? Any director? Andhra is already doing. Maharashtra has no choice, they are doing it. बाकी लोग आए चले गए, चलता है, no incentives, no motivation. वैसा है और somebody is interested. Interested, we will see. Why I am standing here in spite of retirement? I am not taking any salary. It's enjoyment. We are contributing back to the system. I did not become chief advisor here because this can be taken all over the country and this strategy is applied to every department. We have done it for tourism, we have done it for aquaculture, we have done it for logistics. So we do it in every department. This tool of a lab, growth lab, is tried everywhere. We come to the next slide. Madam, just a moment. See this slide and then you can go out. Please come. You won't see this slide anywhere. Each state in India, what is average growth in last 10 years in livestock and what is the share of livestock economy in the country. Each state is here. So best 3 states are Tamil Nadu, Andhra and Punjab. 16% growth, 16% growth average in 10 years and 13.5% growth. Now if we can push it to 20%, will the trillion economy happen earlier? Is a question. UP again, this is the size of the economy versus, these are all according to scale. Everything here. So it's UP here 11%. Can we push it to this particular bracket and then take 1 trillion earlier? So 1 trillion by 2035, 1 trillion by 2036 or 38 depending upon how some states are performing. There is a law called law of imbalance, which says you can do anything in this group. Finally, I am going to work with 3% people. Law of imbalance is called Pareto's law. No one is able to break this law. कि अगर 100 लोग हैं, उसमें से 5 लोग 50% काम करेंगे. You cannot break this law. 20% 80% काम करेंगे, 5% 50% करेंगे, उसमें से 1% 30% करेगा. तो अगर ग्रुप में 25 स्टेट्स हैं, so 20% of that is 5 states. तो 5 स्टेट काम करेंगे, बाकी सब रामकथा सुन के अपने घर जाएंगे, खाना खाएंगे. That's how it is going to happen. Okay. Now the question comes back here is, these 4 states are equal to 31% of economy. If we increase 3% here, I am surprised that such a committee is happening and nobody from Government of India, Secretary, Joint Secretary, Additional Secretary is there. I was always hands-on. Everything has to be done, delivered by tomorrow or yesterday. That's how it has to be done. And you saw the results which came out. So if I say 31% of economy is 4 states, then 23% economy is again 4 states. So these 4 plus these 4, these 3 plus 1. So 11 plus 31, 42 plus 23. 67% of livestock economy is in 4 states. So if these 4 states can do what we are trying to say, we achieve 1 trillion economy in livestock sector by 2034. Can I just see who is Punjab? Huh? This is? Okay, Rajasthan, sorry. Rajasthan somewhere here? No? Tamil Nadu?
Rajasthan is here.
Tamil Nadu?
Yes, sir.
So request will be, please go back and talk to your
Yes, sir.
bosses. If they are interested, we can try to work out something. Here is a potential, and if somebody is interested together in this northeast, it's possible. I don't know tribal communities and how much milk makes a difference, how much livestock makes a difference. It's a strategy you people have to work out. I have access to Andhra, so I'm working in Andhra. Maharashtra said, please come and work us. We are working with them. So the choice is available. Next one, please. Now here, normally Chief Minister says, I want this target. So to me, he said, I want in aquaculture, I want 30% growth in 5 years. 30% growth in 5 years. And in livestock, I want 20% growth. And we did it through a strategy. Then government changed, the next government did 11 years. Again he says, I want 20% growth. And we worked out on that. Okay, next one please. So we have a system. We start with Andhra 2047. Then we do a very rapid survey. This time we did a survey of 1 lakh enterprising farmers in 15 days time. We got all the data. On that basis we started working out. We also took the survey which was available and created a stack for that. This 1 lakh survey which we did, 1st May to 3rd May, 3 days. 6 days. So in 6 days, 1 lakh farmer survey, progressive farmer survey was done. Then on this, the growth lab was done for 3 days. In the growth lab, stakeholders, primary, secondary, tertiary, everybody sits down together after 45 days exercise. They stay in a hotel for 3 days. It is funded by a sponsor. State government does not pay anything. And all the things, whether it is policy related, output related, credit related, any other support required, it is discussed. So APC director Kisan credit cards. Out of 20 lakh farmers, 2%, which is 40,000 people have got credit. In a state of Andhra Pradesh. All this credit committee meeting, how much is your credit plan of livestock? 16,000 crore. 16,000 crore is the plan. Out of 6 lakh crore is the credit plan of Andhra Pradesh. Why so low? That also is not happening. Okay. So this is how the first round of lab was done. In the month of May, 5-year action plan was launched. A live dashboard was created. A live dashboard, I'll explain what exactly is there. Next one, please. This again is a part of that survey which was done, which said that insurance, when they spent their own money, what percentage of people, animals they took insurance? 13,000 out of 94,000. This is how the success is there only in 20,000 cases. Rest of it is not there. So animal husbandry department, livestock department, when it is working out, if it has access to this kind of a data, name wise, and you have a field worker for every 200 families. Can we work out a strategy and highlight it in the Chief Minister's meeting, in the Credit Committee meeting, in all the references that why this is not being given? If there are 5 lakh eligible farmers for Kisan Credit Card and their applications are pending for 2 years, 1 year in the bank, and bank is not giving, this has to be raised by Chief Secretary in the credit card meeting, in the credit meeting of the Chief Minister. And banker has to answer. So when our labs are done, bankers sit there in that. They have to answer. So the director made a request that our first survey has shown that insurance is missing, technology is missing, credit card is missing, credit is missing. So can we go into a comprehensive survey and do one more conference in which CM and the bankers will sit down and say, please tell me what is your target by next time. So either a banker has to say that these 5 lakh credit card beneficiaries are not eligible, or has to give the card. Again, it will be repeated through a quick survey. Understanding what we are trying to say, survey collect. So each enumerator has got only 220 or 230 farmers. Collected on a telephone, immediately collected and verified. Next slide. And this again is converted into number of activities and who is getting, who is not getting. Computer shows it. Who is where in which village who has got, who is where in which village who has not got. So once people collect information, it goes to the computer. Somebody operating will say that person is 100% eligible, his application is pending for last 2 years, must be seen, and the concerned department person has to go there, talk to the banker and bring the case in the committee meeting. Next one. The total data is converted into clusters and cohorts. So in this livestock data which we collected for 1 lakh farmers, 195 farmers were premium yield farmers, a category. They have to be taken on a totally different footing. There were 27,000 purely working on subsistence, 4,700 high value farms, 1,600 regional balanced farms. So categories were there. On that basis somebody will working. So if there are 7 or 8 officers working in the department, one person will say, I am taking this responsibility. I have the data on the computer, I have the system working with me, can I work out on it? Okay. Similarly, cohorts are there, SFG supported smallholders. So our AI based system will guide us. There are experts in our office who guide on this and who work out. Next slide is important. This is a live dashboard. So PowerPoint presentation is over. What happens is PowerPoint presentation CM's meeting is there, APC's meeting is there, quickly collect data and show it there. But this is a on-time, real-time data connect to the district level. When 5 more farmers get the credit, the concerned joint director will fill up that information, will come here. So anytime you are going to Chief Minister, you are going to any meeting, just open your computer and will tell you real-time information which is there. This is a live dashboard. Technology is changing so very fast and we are still in the old model. As I said, Government of India has to do a 5-year survey. That's a survey for a different purpose. It highlights what trends are coming out, but as far as you are concerned, you are in the field. This new methodology should guide you to find out what should be done, when, where, how, and can we do it or can we facilitate, knowing fully well that in your disaggregated system, 250 farmers are covered by one field worker. Understood? There are tools developed for that. So this live dashboard also we provide by the end of 45 days. Thereafter, for another 40-50 days, field level dashboard comes up. There is nothing complicated. No new budget is required. Your computer is sufficient to handle this information and it moves in that direction. Okay, if I stop here, any question? How many people have overeaten? Any question? At least 5-6 questions should come before I go. I have traveled all the way from Hyderabad to address you people. Yeah.
I invite you for ICR and everything.
नहीं अगर सिर्फ मेरा लेक्चर सुनना तो मैं इंटरेस्टेड नहीं हूँ.
Actually, we work on policy issues. And the livestock?
Dr. Raju is there with me. He's from the department. He works with me. He also works with the system here. So we can work out whatever strategies are. In fact, here the offer is on your data. I can give the national strategy. And I'm not charging for it. It's all free. That's how it comes out. I have superpowers with me. I have some of the best people who are better than Google and all other AI-based people in my office. All are part-timers. They don't sit there. I don't sit there full time. And we don't charge any money. It's all happiness.
Actually, the setting growth rate is okay. That from 10 to double growth rate, you are setting goal. And you need support this one system. Just you explained regarding the credit. You identified that these farmers are getting credit, farmer not getting credit. In 2018, government took decision regarding including livestock farmers for KCC card. You need other infrastructure also, support of the other departments also. That's why I am saying. Very excellent work you are doing. I am working in National Institute of Agricultural Policy Research. I am principal scientist here in Delhi. Okay. So our institute is working for the different government agriculture also and commerce ministry also, livestock department also, working on policy issues. So
we'll work out together. No problem. Yeah. But the question which came back before we went for the second survey, we first went to a banker. What are your requirements to give a credit to a farmer? Then we found out how many farmers are eligible according to this requirement. And if there are 1 lakh farmers eligible and 2,000 have received it and their applications are pending with the banker. So either banker has to handle or credit committee has to take and CM has to take it up. Okay, otherwise it's only a paper adjustment. And it doesn't make any sense over there. So we have now reached a real-time model. We have reached a artificial intelligence, GovTech, Deep Tech. It's all disruptive technologies which should help us to develop system in a better way. Okay, so this is a live dashboard. This is answering all your questions. KPIs and outcomes will be based on this. On the basis of which your action plan can be prepared, it can be facilitated. And we are not saying that 100% achievement should be there. But it should not be 2%. At least 15-20% achievement can happen. Otherwise, what are the people doing taking huge salary? So if they are taking salary and for every 250 people there is a field worker, at least we can get information how many people are eligible and applications are almost getting sanctioned. And after 2 months, whether they have been sanctioned or not sanctioned. And then if they are sanctioned, what is coming out of it? These days, London News is talking about internet.
Major ground force in the department or in the government system, and then certain problems which they have informed is even though they are using this machinery, there is no service, continuous service. So it is a hindrance for them for adoption of these technologies. Next slide.
AI, sir. AI, nearly 94% of the farmers are satisfied with AI, sir.
This is artificial intelligence, not artificial intelligence. So, so the percentage of satisfaction when they get their animals inseminated, and then the usage of sex-altered semen, which Andhra Pradesh, our Honorable CM is insisting that we need to replace conventional semen with the sex-altered semen in days ahead.
And farmers are reporting 83% female cows through sex-altered semen.
Okay.
Fodder, sir. Fodder accounts for 70% of the production.
Mike Raju, use that mic.
Sir, fodder accounts for 70% of the production cost of milk. And 60% of the farmers rely on their own fodder plots. And 42% of farmers report high cost of feed, which is limiting their livestock productivity, sir. And seasonal shortages, unlimited access, limited access, poor quality,
lack of knowledge on balanced feeding, inadequate storage facilities, no local suppliers, long distance sourcing. So this high cost of feed and fodder, if we can reduce by using ration balancing program, adopting local technologies, and making use of the interventions under natural farming like PMDS. So we can, if we can reduce the cost of the fodder and make the green mat available throughout the year, many people can be invited into these livestock rearing activities. And seasonal fodder's availability is also a major problem because Andhra Pradesh is mostly a delta area where paddy straw is available in the off season. But due to mechanization, even availability of paddy straw also is becoming a problem nowadays. So the limited access of green fodder throughout the year is also a problem for the farmers. So for which we have taken up the NRHS as a solution, and we are we are asking the farmers to make use of this NRHS program for fodder development in that small patch of lands from 0.5 to 1 acre for 2 to 6 animals available with them. So lack of knowledge on balance feeding. So the ground force is there, but in spite of repeated persuasions and teachings, the ration balancing program is not being adopted by the farmers. So they are looking for the incentives that government can give. So to make them convert from waiting or looking at government incentives to self-production, is the task of the department with the ground forces so that livestock sector can bloom throughout the seasons. Next slide, please.
Here are you propagating perennial fodder?
Yes, sir. Perennial fodder under NREGS, National Mahatma Gandhi Rural Employment Generation Program, sir. We are selecting farmers who have got land. If he is having 2 animals, we will ask him to cultivate fodder in 0.5 acres of land. If he is having up to 6 animals, we will provide him up to 1 acre, sir. So the entire cost of production will be free, sir. MGNRHS will reimburse the labor cost and the material cost also for ploughing, for top dressing of the manure, and also for the seedlings.
I will suggest that some of your department officials may send to IE for agency for technical guidance. Indian grassland fodder.
No, it's already there in the patch. We are using it, sir. Already we have around 1 lakh acres. Now our target is to bring it to 3 lakh acres.
No, what I am suggesting that.
Improved fodder varieties.
Yeah, and there are so many management techniques around the year. Fodder doesn't come only from cultural land actually. It comes from the trees also, shrubs also.
Yeah, that we are using,
A
sir.
lot of sheep population.
In addition to that, we are also farming, cultivating natural farming, under which the pre-monsoon dry sowing is also one of the activity, wherein we are using mixed farming, mixed crops, legume, non-legume, so that at least some green patch will be available for the animals to graze.
There are some fodder trees also.
Yeah, we are using fodder trees, suitable, all local varieties and improved varieties we are.
That IGFRI has already made some plan for statewide, that already has communicated by the department to the state.
That is in force. And 3 levels of tree raising also is there. Because horticulture is also one of the major activities in Andhra Pradesh. To prevent wind flow also, we are raising trees in and around the bunds. And most of the trees are fodder trees.
Do you have the copy of fodder plan for Andhra Pradesh? Prepared jointly by IE for agency and.
Right, IGFRI has prepared statewide.
Yeah, I am clear that.
Yeah, given to the DSD, and DSD has communicated to the state.
Do you have a copy of that?
I have to see, sir. I don't.
That's he's not aware about that. That plan was prepared for all the states, involving state government officials. All the states.
But we have our own fodder policy also, sir. State of Andhra Pradesh, we have our own fodder policy.
The advantage of the scientific institution working for the farmers, the different states.
It was
We
made
will
long
see, sir.
back.
We will take it.
It was made long back.
Okay, sir. Next slide.
Sir, this is PMDS.
No. So as I said, PMDS also we are using, sir, and we have also done some POCs also on this. So PMDS is it's one way of making use of the green fodder available at field level, and it is also giving good results as far as the health of the animal and the production of the animal is concerned. So PMDS is nothing but pre-monsoon dry sowing. So even before set of rains, there is a technique that they prepare the seedlings by mixing with the fertilizer material, Kanajivamrutam, Jivamrutam, something like that, and then they spread it. So as soon as first showers starts, then it will sprout, and then both legumes and non-legumes will be there. The pest control will be reduced, and then it is also cattle will be allowed for grazing. And after that, when the sufficient rainfall comes, then it becomes a mulching for the field.
So only 11% of the farmers, circular economy, sir. This is circular economy.
Circular economy.
Yes.
So this is one subject where our honorable CM is very particular. Reduce, reuse, and repair. So the circular economy is being widely promoted. We are looking for conversion of the fodder material available. Similarly, value addition of the dung. Apart from the normal value additions of milk, meat, and then the poultry sector.
We have now received an offer from America. There's an Indian there who is talking about carbon credit. He is coordinating that. Around 2,000 to 3,000 rupees per animal per annum money can be generated by saving carbon and then selling it in the stock exchange. All those procedures are established already. So if we have how many animals in Andhra? 1 crore and into 2,000 rupees. That is the money which is possible, which will come to the farmers once that methane management process is followed, and we are about to start that process.
1 crore animals and then 2.31 crore small ruminants.
Dashboards.
Yeah, so I'll just wind up now. So what data analysis you have seen is a typical traditional data analysis. AI based analysis will happen in the lab, which will be there somewhere in the month of February and March. You are welcome to join in that, and NDDP and others also are welcome here. These are the outputs which will come with the help of data analysis and artificial intelligence. Next please. This is a typical case we did in health. We found that a woman's data is there in 7 sources on health. We were working on health, so ration card data, self-help group data, family data, village data. So artificial intelligence was able to put it all together in one single coherent whole, and a virtual management unit was created which is still working. It's 1 year old now, and whole lot of results started coming out of that kind. So this all will be applied. So if that farmer's data is there in other sources, that also will be picked up and brought together. Yeah. Next one please. So 20% growth we have worked out. So we have a 45-day strategy. Groups are formed, management structure is created, stakeholders are identified who can be progressive farmers, other farmers, the private agencies who are working together, and twice a week we do the Zoom conference. We work out with the existing secondary data, create a stack for it, superload this new primary data which we are collecting, and then start working out. So if any policy is required, if any support systems are required, if some bottlenecks are there, if certain things are not working out, all of them are coming out, and finally a dashboard is prepared which is launched by the Chief Minister, which is owned by the department, and it starts functioning. It's open to any state to come forward and then work with them. We have given phone numbers, and Dr. Raju is here, our director is here. If you are interested in animal husbandry related activities, you are welcome to come on. Any questions? Yeah.
Sir, we got a lot of data since last 1 hour. So I'm Dr. Anil from Haryana. So I have some submissions apart from this, but I just want to hear a word about flexibility and see. I just want to elaborate one thing. Like a small state, I belong to Haryana. Have a diversified.
I also belong to Haryana.
Yes, sir. So that also has a very diversified social, economic issues like southern Haryana, northern Haryana, or they have different animal husbandry and other practices. So I don't see any this type flexibility in your model. So that can
नहीं,
be.
हमने मॉडल का कोई डिस्कस ही नहीं किया आपसे। जब हमारा स्टेक होल्डर 300-400 लोगों का ग्रुप आएगा तो आपके हिसार से लोग आएंगे, आपके रोहतक से आएंगे, आपके भिवानी से लोग आएंगे, वो अपनी पॉलिसी अपने आप बनाएंगे, हम उनको कुछ नहीं बोलेंगे।
नहीं सर, you have to, it's okay,
Yeah.
मतलब if I understand something,
Yes.
कि it's okay with a basic, but I just want to elaborate something. See, recently we got a advisory from our government of India, like our insurance program. So they advise कि maximum limit of a animal to be insured is 60,000. So our elite murras are all run out of that preview because they cost more than 2 or 3 lakh. So this type of things may be true too for many states in India, but for Haryana 60,000 is.
नहीं देखिए ऐसा है कि नहीं, ये लैब है, ये कौन कंडक्ट करेगा? डायरेक्टर एनिमल हस्बेंड्री करेगा। रिक्वेस्ट कौन करेंगे? स्टेट के लोग करेंगे। डिसीजन कौन लेगा? स्टेट लेगा। तो कुछ चीजें एक्सेप्ट होंगी, कुछ चीजें एक्सेप्ट नहीं होंगी, कुछ चीजें कहीं और जाएंगी, बट हम कहीं से अपनी तरफ से कोई डिसीजन इम्पोज करने वाले नहीं हैं। वी आर गोइंग टू डीमिस्टिफाई योर डेटा, वी आर गोइंग टू डीमिस्टिफाई व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, हाउ इट इज हैपनिंग। Now when the livestock, the aquaculture conference was done, CM said I am not giving any subsidy, they are progressive farmers. तो उसमें पॉलिसी और जब डिस्कशन होता है, lot of requests come and CM on the spot says yes, this I am accepting, let us make a policy, this I am not accepting, it cannot be done. So जो आपका क्वेश्चन है वो आपके ग्रुप में ही डिस्कस होगा और वहीं सॉल्यूशन आएगा, हमारे से कोई बात नहीं करने वाले हैं, and we are not interfering in your decision making.
Sir, it's my submission because I have more example like that. So when sir rightly say, director sir, कि वो collateral की डिमांड रहती है, तो we find a way कि हमने one animal dairy loan शुरू किया for Lakshmi दीदी. Then they say कि they question the viability of dairy farm, कि because of one animal how it will be viable to at least 2 animals should be there, and when we ask for the 2 animal males animal dairy farm, they ask for the collateral security. So this type of things should be.
मेरा आपके लिए कोई जवाब नहीं है, वो आपको अपने ग्रुप्स में डिस्कस करना होगा। इश्यूज भी वहीं आएंगे, सॉल्यूशन भी वहीं आएंगे, कुछ चीजें सॉल्व हो जाएंगी, कुछ चीजें नहीं सॉल्व होंगी। एनी अदर क्वेश्चन प्लीज?
Thank you.
या
So this project only for the government agency or even for the private entrepreneurs?
फॉर
This project you mean only for the government staff or only for the
इज फॉर एनी एजेंसी एनीवे।
any agency and societies?
We have come here to help the system. We have come here to help the system. We are not charging. Any agency can come forward and we can help them. We have no problem.
Thank you, sir. Another thing, sir, I want to know a little bit about this carbon trade. Carbon trade, no?
Double
Carbon
carbon
trade
credit.
through animal.
Actually, what is happening is all over the world there is a movement that lot of carbon is being emitted. So, Government of India initially have identified 4 sectors. Like cement industry emits the highest quantity of carbon into the system, and every country says by 2070 we will be net zero. Andhra says we will be net zero by 2040. So what happens is carbon trading will start this year in India. So if I am saving carbon, can I sell my saved carbon and somebody who is using more carbon will buy that? Like the cement industries now have a target to reduce 7.5% carbon emission this year. If they don't reduce, they will have to buy this carbon. So now somebody is coming to us and saying that can we work out every animal is worth 2,000 or 3,000 rupees worth of methane which is being emitted. By some practices, if we bring them on, this saving will come, it will be certified, it will be sold, and farmer will get 2,000 or 3,000. Similarly, toilets. Toilets also were worked out like that. So European Union gave the cost of toilet, then the toilet which is used with biogas and everything else, its value was calculated, and that money was paid to them, and they purchased that carbon and sold it somewhere else for some industry. So carbon is going to become very, very critical for us to work on. So methane management for carbon is coming. You can come back to Dr. Raju and we can discuss with that. It's roughly 2,000 or 3,000 rupees per animal per year savings. Any other question? So Dr. Raju is here. If you people are interested for your state, you may not do full lab, you may get your data analyzed, that is also possible. Any other way you want it is possible. You don't have to travel to our office. We don't have to initially travel to your office. Zoom conference we can do once or twice a week and then we can work out. Okay. So I stop here. I will be leaving so you can have a discussion with him and work out. I have one more point here. I do multitasking, so this is one of the items. I also have a free clinic in Hyderabad. I reverse diabetes in 45 days. 100% guaranteed reversal of diabetes. We also calculate your age. How much is your biological age? Which has got nothing to do with your date of birth. You can be older than your age, you can be younger than your age. That depends upon what are you eating and how are you living. If anyone needs any help, and it's free. We don't charge anything again for that. And 45 days diabetes goes away because diabetes is not a disease. There is a doctor called Dr. Neil Bernard in America who is called the father of diabetes reversal. He has 17,000 physicians in America practicing diabetes reversal. Practicing because diabetes is not a disease. It is a slowing down of metabolism. All of your doctors here. Metabolism slows down, deficiencies come, diet is not proper, muscles don't have the capacity to hold glycogen and it comes as a diabetes. The moment it is reversed, it just goes away. Okay, just for information. Thank you.
Sir, 1 second. Sir, I request advisor sir to come, kindly come on.
You have a tea break now?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Sir, given us so precious time from your busy schedule, sir. I hope state can understand what model is and then state can contact with our team, Raju and sir. You will help definitely our animal husbandry sector. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now we'll break for tea, sir. So tea is only for 15 minutes, sir. So please assemble here sharp by 4 o'clock, sir.
by
అటెండ్ వెళ్ళొస్తా మేడం అందరితో తర్వాత పట్టుకుందరు
Mrs. Suchitra Yadav, yeah, PO, and the other one is, okay. The another presentation is by Dr. Shubhra Sarkar, Deputy Director General, NAD. He will join us virtually to give his presentation. Madam, okay. She will join virtually to give her presentation. So arrange. So please ask her to join, sir. It was already that.
ఎలా పెట్టాలా క్లారిటీ అలా పెట్టాలా
And we are having another task also, that is success stories and best practices, presentation of success stories and best practices by 4 states. And I request the officers from those concerned states to be present here.
Ask them to ready so that after this they will start.
Yes, actually they have given the presentation also, that soft copy also, sir. The person has to be available here.
Just announce that after this they are going to.
Okay, sir.
1 minute में join करो.
Madam Suchitra Yadav madam is ready, madam? No, she is also not ready. Okay. I request representative from Uttarakhand state. Okay. After this presentation, the presentation will be by Uttarakhand state representative.
उत्तराखंड में नहीं तो राजस्थान.
हाँ.
We wait for Manu, sir. She is joining.
Deputy Director from the National Accounts Division of the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. So currently, I am looking after the agriculture and allied sector, and one of the major industry in the agriculture and allied sector is the livestock sector. So this is the agriculture and allied sector contribution for GVA at the current prices with the base year 2011-12. If we look at the share of agriculture and allied sector at 2011 and 12, it's almost 18.5%. And from the 18.5%, the 4.7% contribution is provided by the livestock sector. Over the years, this contribution is going up and down. For 22-23, the contribution of agriculture and allied sector in the total GVA at the current prices for 2011-12 base is 18.1%, whereas the contribution of the livestock sector within the agriculture and allied sector contribution is 5.5%. So these are the some data sources which we are using for compilation of the GVA at the current and constant prices. So for the livestock sector, we know that we are compiling the gross value added, and the gross value added is compiled as the gross value of output minus intermediate consumption. So for us, in case of the livestock sector, the gross value of output is estimated as the production of item or the animal species into the price, whereas the state-wise production of different items from the livestock sector is available from the publication named as the Basic Animal Husbandry Statistics released by Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairy. And the respective prices of these items are received from the State Directorate of Economics and Statistics. We call it as the DES. So these are some basic principles on which we are compiling the GVA at the national level. So if we look at the coverage of the livestock sector, which we mostly covers the milk products, meat products, egg, dung, raw wool, honey, silk, and stock of increment. For all these items which are available state-wise from the Basic Animal Husbandry Statistics annual publication, except for the honey and for the silk, which we received from the respective state departments. So this is basically the coverage of the livestock sector for which we are compiling the gross value of output. Now, if we look at the data gaps, majorly we have the production data and the prices data. In case of the production data, our major source is the Basic Animal Husbandry Statistics. But in case of camel milk production, from the state, which is not available from the Basic Animal Husbandry Statistics. So we are using the state-wise data of camel milk for Gujarat, Haryana and Rajasthan from respective state DES. Similarly, for the duck egg production, so ISS gives us the state-wise duck egg production. But in case of Goa, Madhya Pradesh, Mizoram, Daman Diu and Dadra and Nagar Haveli, these for these states, we have not received any duck egg production from the BHS. So we are estimating the duck egg production for these states reaching certain percentage on the hen production. The next item is the yield rate. So for yield rate, we have the camel hair, pig, research, sheep hair, and all these things. So in case of camel hair, we are assuming that 100 grams per animal per year camel hair can be taken out. So all these rates are very old, before the 2011-12, and we have not received further data for this items. Next is the dung production. For the dung production, the state and species-wise evacuation rates are used for estimating the dung production, and these rates are back old. So we need the updated evacuation rate for the species-wise across the states for production estimation of our dung production. The dung fuel ratio, we are assuming that the 40% of the dung cake is assumed to be as a dung fuel for estimation. Now this data is not available from the ISS. Similarly, for the production of meat products, we have the one study which is conducted in 2014 by the National Research Center on the meat. where we have the species-wide byproduct traits, which we are using for compilation of wheat byproduct valuation. So, and the next one is the mortality rate. So these mortality rates are also needed state across the species wise. And the last item is the animal feed consumption rate. So this item is included as the intermediate consumption in estimation of GVA at the national level. So for animal feed consumption rate, the consumption of green powder, dry powder, and for the different species is based on the available study findings. But we are in the process of revising the base year from 20 to 23. So we are requesting the DHD to include this information from the ISS so that these data gaps mentioned above can be addressed by collecting the relevant information which may be addressed from the ISS. This is from my side. And any query regarding this, or I will be sharing this presentation with you. Yes, sir, you are audible. Yes, sir. Yes. Okay, sir. Okay. Okay, yes. Yes, sir, yes, sir. The other part we are taking from the VHS publication.
ग्रुप बनाया ना who is putting the photos
that person.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for the observation. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Rajasthan. Okay, now we have a presentation on best practices in data collection. Now I request representative from Rajasthan state to come over the dais and have your presentation, please. Rajasthan.
आप सभी को नमस्ते. आई एम फ्रॉम राजस्थान, शालिनी कुमार, असिस्टेंट डायरेक्टर. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. Today I am introducing ISS scheme. ये भारत सरकार के द्वारा संचालित एक स्कीम है. ये सेंट्रल सपोर्टेड स्कीम ऑपरेट कंटिन्यूअसली सिंस 1985 to 86. In this scheme, we study milk, egg, wool, and meat. It is called MLP data. इंटीग्रेटेड सैंपल स्कीम के अंदर हम दो पार्ट्स में डेटा कलेक्ट करते हैं. एक तो कंप्लीट सर्वे होता है और एक डिटेल सर्वे होता है. और हमारे राजस्थान में 33 जिले हैं प्रेजेंट, मतलब 2025-26 के डेटा के हिसाब से, और अब 41 जिले बन गए हैं. तो उसके हिसाब से हम नया सैंपलिंग फ्रेम के हिसाब से कलेक्ट करेंगे. सॉरी, फर्स्ट ऑफ we collect this sample by SRS, simple random sampling. ISS स्कीम को हम 3 पार्ट के अंदर करते हैं. एक तो ग्रीष्म ऋतु होता है, एक वर्षा ऋतु होता है और एक शीत ऋतु होता है. हर ऋतु 4-4 महीने की होती है और इस ऋतु को हम ईलिस पोर्टल के द्वारा संचालित करते हैं. भारत सरकार के द्वारा सबसे पहले हमें सैंपलिंग फ्रेम दिया जाता है. उस सैंपलिंग फ्रेम को जो है वो सिंपल रैंडम सैंपलिंग विदाउट रिप्लेसमेंट के माध्यम से हमें प्राप्त होता है और ये SNO की आईडी पे ईलिस पोर्टल पे हमें दर्शित होता है. जिनकी सैंपलिंग फ्रेम है ऑल डिस्ट्रिक्ट नोडल ऑफिसर्स को भेज देते हैं ताकि वो चेक कर सके ताकि उसमें कोई गैर आबाद गांव है या नहीं है। अगर किसी का गैर आबाद गांव मिलता है तो वो हमें वापस अपनी प्रॉब्लम भेज देते हैं और उसे हम रिवर्ट करके और उन्हें वापस नेक्स्ट सैंपल विलेज दे देते हैं।
आपकी स्टेट अच्छा काम कर रहा है, हम ये कह रहे हैं आपने क्या क्या मेथड अपनाया जिसकी वजह से आपके काम अच्छा हो रहा है।
ओके,
ये तो सबको आता है तो खाली उतना बता देंगे कि क्या आप अच्छा काम किया है जिससे आपकी स्टेट का काम अच्छा हो, ये बता देंगे। स्लाइड आगे,
स्लाइड 10। इसके लिए हम सबसे पहले जब भी हमें कोई सैंपलिंग फ्रेम मिलता है तो हम सबसे पहले उस सैंपलिंग फ्रेम को एसएनओ के माध्यम से डीएनओ को देते हैं। डीएनओ को देने के बाद उनको चेक कराने के बाद में हम एक शेड्यूल टूर बनाते हैं, वो भी 4 महीने का। हमारी प्रायोरिटी ये रहती है कि जब भी कोई सीजन क्लोज हुए तो उसे हम 5 या 10 दिन पहले उस सीजन को इस तरीके से शेड्यूल टूल बनाते हैं ताकि वो करे भी तो हमारे पास में एक ड्यूरेशन टाइम हो, क्योंकि हम चाहते हैं कि काम टाइम पे हो जाए। इसके लिए हम शेड्यूल 4 महीने का टाइम होता है। जैसे फरवरी का सीजन है, 28 को क्लोज होगा तो हम 20 तारीख तक का ही शेड्यूल टूर फिक्स करते हैं इस हिसाब से। और फिर इसमें हम छुट्टियां भी इंक्लूड कर देते हैं ताकि उन लोगों को भी कोई परेशानी ना आए। और वर्चुअल मीटिंग्स लेते हैं उन लोगों की ताकि वो हम उनसे कोऑर्डिनेट हो सके। और वर्चुअल मीटिंग में हम लोग
क्या बताते हैं वर्चुअल मीटिंग में आप?
वर्चुअल मीटिंग में सर हम लोग जो सैंपलिंग फ्रेम होता है उसके बारे में डिस्कशन करते हैं कि आपका कोई गैर आबाद गांव है या कोई दिक्कत आ रही है, कहीं आपका पोर्टल चल नहीं रहा है, तो आप सारी चीजें हमसे डिस्कस कर सकते हैं। और वर्चुअल मीटिंग में हम एनिमेटर से लेके एसआई से लेके डीएनओ लेवल तक हर किसी की मीटिंग लेते हैं।
तो इसका मतलब आप सिंपली पास ऑन नहीं करते हो, भेजने के बाद भी आप उनसे फॉलो अप करके फोन से या वर्चुअल मीटिंग से उनको फॉलो अप कर लेते हैं, जिससे आपका काम आसान हो जाता है।
और सिंकिंग में जो भी प्रॉब्लम आती है हम कोशिश करते हैं कि व्हाट्सएप पे उन्हें मंगा के या लेटर के थ्रू मंगा के उनको प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व कर सकें।
तो आपके अपने स्टेट के व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप है सर?
जी सर, जी सर, उसमें ग्रुप के अंदर हम अपनी प्रॉब्लम्स मंगा लेते हैं और उस प्रॉब्लम को हम सॉल्व करते हैं।
प्रॉब्लम कैसे करते हो आप लोग आपस में डिस्कस करते हो, क्या सॉल्यूशन होना चाहिए?
सर हम लोग जब भी उनकी प्रॉब्लम्स मंगाते हैं उन्हें भारत सरकार जैसे हमारे लेवल पे सॉल्व हो जाती है तो हम क्लियर कर लेते हैं, नहीं तो फिर हम भारत सरकार को भेज देते हैं। फिर भारत सरकार के यहाँ से हमें सॉल्व होके हम नीचे भेज देते हैं सर प्रॉब्लम, और उनके कोऑर्डिनेशन करते हैं सर।
आप अपने लेवल पे जितना सॉल्यूशन हो सकता है कर देते हो, अदरवाइज यू सेंड टू द हेडक्वार्टर देन यू विल गेट दैट।
यस सर, ओके सर। और सर इसके लिए हम फील्ड इंस्पेक्शन भी करते हैं ताकि फील्ड में भी जाके देख रहे हैं कि वो सर्वे कर रहे हैं कि नहीं कर रहे। ग्रुप के अंदर इनकी पिक्चर्स मंगवाते हैं कि वो एट प्रेजेंट फील्ड में है कि नहीं है, उनकी लोकेशन ट्रैक करते हैं, हर तरीके से उनको चेकिंग किया जाता है सर।
In Nagaland, you can see that how they are monitoring. In Nagaland,
Yeah, that is their mechanism is there. Back.
10
Aage बढ़ो. 12.
10
10 हो गया. 11 है ना.
नाउ सजेशन ये कि हम चाहते हैं कि हमें जो प्रॉब्लम आती है कि 10 से जो नीचे घर है उनको सैंपल साइज में इंक्लूड ना किया जाए, 10 या 5 से नीचे, ताकि हमको डेटा में प्रॉब्लम आती है। और सर जेडी लेवल के जो हमारे सर्वे हैं उसको इंक्रीज किया जाए।
आपको क्या फ्रीक्वेंसी है, कैसे आप उनको इंस्पेक्शन करते हो? कोई नॉर्म्स है? ये एक हफ्ते में एक बार जाओगे, 10 दिन में जाओगे, या 2 सैंपल रखोगे 10 में से, क्या है नॉर्म्स? कैसे इंस्पेक्शन करते हैं?
इंस्पेक्शन से सडन इंस्पेक्शन होता है।
दैट इज सरप्राइज इंस्पेक्शन।
यस सर, सडन इंस्पेक्शन होता है।
सडन होता है। उसके बाद फिर आप क्या कहते हो, जब फील्ड में जाते हैं आपको फोटो भेजना होता है?
हाँ, अगर जैसे कोई भी एनिमेटर कहीं भी फील्ड में गया है, 4 महीने का शेड्यूल है उसका, और हम उसे सडनली कभी भी फोन कर लेंगे और फोन करके फिर कहेंगे कि आप जहाँ हो, आपकी लोकेशन, फोटो और आपकी वर्क जो आप कर रहे हो, उन तीनों चीजें हमें प्रोग्रेस बताए, हमें सेक्रेटरी साहब ने हमें मांगी है, तो फिर उसे देनी ही पड़ेगी वो।
आप कितनी फ्रीक्वेंटली मंगाते हो, कितनी बार इसको चेक करते हो?
सर हम कभी भी सडनली किसी भी एनिमेटर्स को पकड़ के मतलब उसे जांच कर सकते हैं।
आपको डिफॉल्टर मिला है उसमें कभी पता?
हाँ सर, प्रॉब्लम मिली है तो हमने सेक्रेटरी साहब को बताई है, फिर वो उन्हें अपने हिसाब से एक्शन लेते हैं। डायरेक्टर सर और जेडी सर दोनों एक्शंस के लिए कह देते हैं। हम चाहते हैं कि डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल के जो हेड के टूर है वो इंक्रीज किया जाए। और एक हमारी प्रॉब्लम है जो सभी स्टेट्स के साथ यही प्रॉब्लम है कि एनिमेट से डेटा जो आता है वो एसआई लेवल पे आता है, एसआई से डीएनओ पे आता है, पर सर हमारे पास में जो डेटा है वो रिवर्ट करने के लिए और चेक करने के लिए अभी तो आ चुका है, पर रिवर्ट करने का ऑप्शन नहीं आया। तो ऐसा लेवल भी इस कड़ी में जोड़ा जाए।
नहीं, आपको अगर एसएनओ को हम गाड़ी में जोड़ दें तो जब डीएनओ से आपके एसएनओ के पास इंफॉर्मेशन आएगा तो एसएनओ के पास तो काफी वर्कलोड होगा। एसएनओ कैन सेक, एसएनओ के पास इतना टाइम होगा जो सेक करके आपको आगे पास ऑन करेगा।
सर एसएनओ की टीम कर लेगी ना, हम लोग देख लेंगे।
अच्छा, आप साथ में एसएनओ को भी जो लूप है उस लूप में एसएनओ को भी रखें।
जी सर, हमारा सजेशन ये है कि अगर ये हो जाए तो हम लोग भी डेटा, चलो इस बार तो डेटा ऐड हो गया है, पर हम लोग भी चाहते हैं रिवर्ट करने का या कुछ भी हो तो हम भी देख सके, इस कड़ी में हमें भी लिया जाए।
नहीं, रिवर्ट में किस लेवल पे चाहिए आपको? किस लेवल से रिवर्ट?
मतलब जैसे मानो डीएनओ लेवल पे कोई गलत डेटा चला जाए तो उसे रिवर्ट करने के लिए।
अच्छा, तो और सेक का मतलब आप वही कहना चाहते हो? आप डाटा सेक करने के बाद रिवर्ट करने की ऑप्शन चाहिए आपको?
हाँ हाँ जी सर।
ठीक है,
थैंक यू।
बताइए टेल।
After the district level officer check the individual survey work, given permission to revert and or so right now, DMO is authorized to do that. It's not coming to that step, yes or no?
So I think it is a good solution. Right. That last sentence, which is she has given, after the district level officers check the inverter's survey work, the state level officers should be also given permission on the app to analyze, revert, and forward to the data. Earlier I was questioning about that. Now, right now, only DNO is authorized to send directly to the central. So here is suggested by the Rajasthan, we should be given the state authority to also to scrutiny and then give to this right information to the central so that reliability, trust should be there. And whatever the state sent information, that should be considered as right. That is what I want to add. Thank you.
You want to keep your SNO in the loop of the data. That is your requirement.
Yes. Because without knowledge of the SNO, it become default. And who will take responsibility?
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Madam. Now I request representative from Uttarakhand State to give his presentation, please.
Respected DP sir, advisor sir, Director Animal Husbandry, Andhra Pradesh, all the senior officers of state and ISRI. I'm very pleased to that we have been given the opportunity to present our best practices for the third time in a row. Very good. I'm very thankful to HS Division. First of all, I will say that it is not only our efforts that we are able to complete and rank among the top most in completion work, but it is also the guidelines of AHS Division as well as the work done by ISR, especially Dr. Dachi Madam and Shiraj.
Our effort is equal to all the states, but among them you are involving.
So for small problems, we directly write to AHS Division or ISR. First of my thing is that if we complete the preparatory activities in time, then half of the work is, I think, done. If we preparatory activities like selections of villages, selections of innovator and selection of mapping in time, then it is not any problem to complete the work. For example, we have